Hello friends, welcome back to another video. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Jessica. I like to do videos on silent film stars or stars from Golden Hollywood era, and also people that were on the Titanic, if they either survived or were unfortunately victims of the Titanic. But yeah, if you enjoy these videos, I hope you will hit that subscribe button down below. I would love to have you join my little YouTube family. And with that, let's get on into our person that we're doing today. So as you can tell by the shirt today, we are doing someone that was on the Titanic, and he was actually the richest man that was on the ship. So we are doing the video today on John Jacob Astor. So John Jacob Astor IV was born on July 13th, 1864 at his parents' estate in Ferncliff in Rhinebeck, New York. He was the youngest of 5 children and is the only male of William Backhouse Astor Jr., a businessman, collector, and a racehorse breeder and owner. And he had 4 older sisters. Their names were Emily, Helen, Charlotte, and Caroline. And his mother, Caroline, is a Dutch-American socialite. He is the great-grandson of John Jacob Astor, a German-American fur trader whose fortune made the Astors one of the richest families in America. Astor was educated at St. Paul's School in Concord and then later went to Harvard. After Harvard, after a period of traveling abroad from 1888 to 1891, he returned to the United States to manage the family fortune. In 1894, Astor wrote a semi-scientific book called A Journey in Other Worlds. He also developed several mechanical devices, including the bicycle brake in 1898, and helped develop the turbine engine and invented a pneumatic road improver. Astor married Ava Shippen, who's the daughter of Edward Shippen Elling of Philadelphia, in May of 1891. They would have 2 children, a son named William Vincent Astor and a daughter, Ava Alice Muriel Astor. In 1897, Astor built the Astoria Hotel in New York, which was adjoining the Waldorf Hotel, which had been built by William I apologize for not getting the names right, but it was William Waldorf Astor, which was his cousin, and then the new complex became the Waldorf Astoria Hotel. From 1894 to 1896, he was Colonel of the Military Staff of New York for Governor Levi P. Morton. When the Spanish-American War began in 1898, Astor offered his yacht, the Nourmahal, to the U.S. Navy in the war effort. He also served in the U.S. Army. Astor would also personally finance a volunteer artillery unit known as the Astor Battery, which served in the Philippines. And after the war, Astor was commonly known as Colonel Astor. But then John Jacob Astor would bring scandal in 1909 when him and his wife, Ava, would divorce in November. Shortly after, in 1911, he would remarry to 18-year-old socialite Madeline Force, and Astor was 47 at the time. His son Vincent despised Madeline, but still served as best man at their wedding. The couple would take an extended honeymoon to Europe and Egypt to wait for the scandal in America to die down. And Margaret Brown would accompany the couple in Egypt and France. While traveling, Madeline became pregnant, and since the couple was wanting the child to be born in America, they would board the RMS Titanic. They embarked in Cherbourg, France in first class, and as I said earlier, they were the wealthiest couple on the ship. Accompanying the Astors was Astor's valet, Victor Robbins, Madeline's maid, Rosalie Bidwa, I'm sorry if I'm saying the name wrong, and then her nurse, Caroline Louise Idris. They would also have along with them their pet Airedale Kitty, which is a dog. Shortly after Titanic hit the iceberg, Captain Smith advised Astor to awaken his wife as they might have to board a lifeboat. But Astor told his wife that the damage did not seem serious. Astor would remain calm as the lifeboats were being manned. He and his wife would play on the mechanical horses in the gymnasium. And it is also said that at some point Astor cut open one of the life jackets while they were in the gymnasium just to show his wife the contents that were inside the life jacket. And afterwards he declared, "We are safer here than in that little boat." Astor would finally get his wife into a lifeboat though when Second Officer Charles Lightoller arrived on A deck to finish loading lifeboat 4. So he got his wife, her nurse, and her maid on the lifeboat, but then he asked if he could also join his wife since she was in a delicate condition. But Lightoller told him that men were not allowed to board until all women and children had been loaded. One story also seems to claim, I don't know if it's true or not. I kind of hope it is because it melts my heart and makes me think what a great man this guy actually was. But I heard that after he got his wife into a lifeboat, he then went down into the kennels and he released all the dogs, including his beloved pet Kitty, who unfortunately she did not make it because only 3 dogs survived that were on the Titanic. Astor was last seen alive on the starboard bridge wing, smoking a cigarette with Jacques Futrelle. Then a half hour later, the ship would disappear beneath the ocean. In the aftermath, 3 ships were sent to retrieve the bodies at the site of the sinking. And of the 1,517 passengers and crew that perished, only 333 bodies were recovered. And sadly, Astor's body was recovered on April 22nd by the McKay Bennett. He was identified by the initials found on his lapel jacket. The gold watch that was found on Astor was given to his oldest son, Vincent, who wore it for the rest of his life. Astor would be buried in Trinity Church Cemetery in New York. 4 months after the Titanic's sinking, Madeline would give birth to a baby boy she would name John Jacob Astor VI on August 14th, 1912. Astor would leave $69 million of his $85 million estate to Vincent. To his wife Madeline, he left $100,000 as an outright bequest, a $5 million trust fund, given the use of the New York mansion, Newport mansion, luxury limousines, and 5 prize horses, as long as she did not marry, which she would eventually remarry. Daughter Ava would receive $10 million trust fund. And then for the son, he sadly never got to meet, John Jacob Astor VI inherited $3 million trust fund on the day he turned 21 that Astor set aside for him. And that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. This, it breaks my heart, obviously, when I do videos on people from Titanic that unfortunately did not survive the sinking. This one kind of hit hard a little bit, especially the dog thing. I hope that's true. If it is, it just shows what a good man he actually was. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you will come back for the next video. I am still trying to figure out who I'm going to do next. I know it'll probably be another silent film star, or I don't know. You guys comment down below about who maybe you might want to, learn about, hear about, or let me know some of your favorite stories. Yeah, let me know down below, and I will see you guys next week for our next video. Bye, guys.